I don't know about you guys, but in the past I've been so overwhelmed by Black Friday. There are so many different deals and discounts and it's hard to know which ones are actually good. And I also find that it just comes and goes so fast and I don't know what to buy. So I made this video talking about my favorite makeup products that are on for a really good deal right now for Black Friday. I'll be applying a full face on my favorite products and letting you know the discounts that they're offering for Black Friday. If you want to take advantage of some insane deals that are happening right now, keep on watching. So my favorite skincare is on sale right now, 25% off site-wide. In my last video, I spoke a little bit about my struggle with dry skin. I'll put that video up on the screen right now if you want to watch it, but these products really made a huge difference on just how my skin looked. I really had bad, flaky, textured skin, and when I started using these skincare products consistently is when I really saw a big difference in my skin. Caudalie does really great formulas. They do what they say they're going to do to your skin, and they're also clean, so it's good if you have sensitive skin, or if you're like me and you're just like more mindful on the chemicals you're putting on your skin every day. Caudalie is a great brand. I've been obsessed with the Caudalie Vino Perfect Radiant Serum for a while now. It wears so good under makeup. It's light and hydrating and gives you a really beautiful glow. I pretty much just use like a full dropper on my face. My skin loves this stuff. They also have a few gift sets that they're doing for Black Friday and the holiday season, which I think are really, really good value. I talked about them in my Sephora recommendations. So if you missed the Sephora sale, don't worry, you can still take advantage of an amazing deal and their gift sets right now. I will link everything down below, the website, so you can get the discounts on, all that. I've also been really loving the Caudalie Vino Perfect Brightening Eye Cream. There's the gift set with this, the Radiant Serum, and their moisturizer all in one. Such a good value. I just apply a small amount of this to my lower lids and my eyelids as well. The thing about eye creams is if you use one that's too heavy, you're gonna get milia, and milia are basically like little almost pimples around your eyes. And it's not fun to get milia because you obviously can't just pop them and get rid of them because they're in such a sensitive area. But you also don't want an eye cream that's too light that doesn't hydrate the eye area. This one does a really good job of brightening and hydrating. And last but not least, to complete the trifecta of my current skincare routine, I've been loving the Caudalie Premier Crew cream. This is a nice, rich, heavy cream, but it doesn't sit weird under makeup. A lot of heavy creams like pill under makeup. This one doesn't. It applies so beautifully, and this really made a difference in my dry skin. I use this day and night. I just love it. My skin drinks it right up. I always gift my friends and family Caudalie products because I just know the formulas are not going to let anybody down. I've never met someone who has tried a Caudalie product that I've given them that hasn't worked for them. So if you have people in your life who love skincare, you should really take advantage of the 25% off sale that they're doing right now. There's a gift care set for this cream too, which is an insane value. I'll link a couple more of my other favorite sets on their website right now too. There's a few foundations that I want to recommend for you during this Black Friday sale. The first one is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation. This one is 40% off. I'm sorry, what? I did an entire review video on this foundation, so if you want to watch it, I'll put that on the screen. I do a wear test and everything, but long story short, I can tell when someone is wearing this foundation because their skin looks blurred. I can literally clock it. I've clocked it multiple times where girls have been wearing this foundation, and I'm like, are you wearing the Easy Blur foundation? They're like, yes, how do you know? And I'm like, because you look filtered. This is definitely more for the matte foundation girlies. This is not a glowy foundation, but if you're into glowy foundation, I really recommend the Haus Labs Triclone Foundation. I've been loving this foundation lately. Haus Labs is doing 20% off site-wide, and this foundation just feels so luxurious. It comes in a heavy glass bottle, and you get so much product in here. A little goes a long way. I do love this foundation. I actually wore it in my makeup for dry skin video, so you can see how it wears there. I'm actually going to go in with the Huda Beauty foundation today because 40% off, you need to see just how good this foundation is. I don't apply too much of this foundation. I just apply a small amount all over my face just using the squeeze applicator, and then I blend it in with my Hourglass foundation brush. I think Hourglass is doing a 20% off sale. I will link this brush down below in case they are doing a sale. But look how blurred my skin looks. I swear, I don't know what they put in this foundation, but it literally looks like a filter in real life. I've never quite tried a foundation like this. It's really so unique. If you've been thinking about picking up this foundation, now is definitely the time. 40% off is insane. For everything I used today, I will link the exact shades that I used down in the description, so don't forget to check that out. This foundation definitely gives like solid medium buildable coverage. It really evens out the skin tone and blurs everything. Like I said, I'm not really much of a foundation girl, but when I want my skin to look perfected, this one is so, so good. We need to add some dimension to the face immediately. I'm going in with the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick in the shade Fair. Makeup by Mario is doing 25% off site-wide, and I've really enjoyed this bronzer stick for quite a while now. I find the easiest way to apply this is to warm it up on the back of my hand, and then I go in with my REFY duo-ended brush. I love this for cream products. I don't know if it's on sale for Black Friday, but if it is, I will link it down below. And then using the denser side, I just pick up the bronzer and I just press that bronzer in the contours of my cheeks. I blend it a little bit higher. I make sure to blend up instead of down for more of a lifted effect. And then I'll apply that on the outskirts of my face, so around my forehead, and then I'll even apply a little bit on my jawline. This color is really so gorgeous. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. It brings nice warmth and dimension to the face. And another thing I love about this specific bronzer is it lasts a really, really long time throughout the day. So if you're looking for a good long wear bronzer stick, this one is incredible. And my technique with this is to use the dense side to stamp and place the product where I want it, and then I flip the brush over to the fluffy side and I blend it in. It gives a very airbrush effect. Now to add some color to the cheeks, this blush by Huda Beauty is one of my favorites. This is their blush filter liquid blush in the shade Cotton Candy. This is such a pretty cotton candy pink, and they do a ton of different shades. I will include some swatches of the ones I have on the screen right now, but this one's by far my favorite. Cotton Candy, it's like the cutest little baby pink shade ever. I'm just adding a couple dots of this on my cheek. A little goes a long way. These also smell so good. For such a highly pigmented blush, these blend out really easily. I feel like these are very beginner friendly. The applicator is also very tiny and precise, making it super easy to not over apply in case you do tend to over apply your blush. This is more of a matte blush. It's not super glowy. It definitely gives more of that blurred effect. For pale skin girlies, this blush is perfect. If you do want something a little bit more glowy, you can take advantage of the Haus Labs sale and get their Color Fuse Glassy Blush Bombs. I love the shade Glassy Ginger. I use this in my last video for my dry skin makeup tutorial, so if you want to see this in action, go watch that. I want to go in with some concealer now. This is the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. Tower 28 is doing 28% off site-wide. This concealer is such a standout to me from their collection. I like to apply this pretty sparingly because for a serum concealer, this actually gives really beautiful coverage. This never creases under my eyes. I do like to set this one in place though. It gives a very light, natural finish. This would be really great for no makeup days, or if you're like me and you just don't like a super heavy concealer on an everyday basis. Their products are also really great for sensitive skin. I feel like this concealer is not talked about enough. It's a little bit underrated in my opinion. It is such a beautiful, beautiful formula. I especially love this concealer for underneath my eyes. If you struggle with fine lines and creasing underneath your eyes, I really recommend this concealer. I do want to set under the eyes really quickly. I'm going to use the PATMCGRATH Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Light. And PATMCGRATH is doing Black Friday a little differently. She's doing 30% off $50 or more, 35% off $150, or 40% off $250. I know her eyeshadow palettes are really popular, so if you've been eyeing them, definitely go check them out now. I will link a couple of my favorite palettes of hers down below. I'm just using a powder blush from HOURGLASS to tap this into the under eye area. This powder is so finely milled and it gives a really brightening effect, which I love. Today, I'm just really feeling like I want my skin to look very blurred and filter-like, so I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Powder in the shade Fair. This setting powder is very well loved, as you can tell. I've almost used the entire thing. I have so many backups of this powder because I just use so much of it. I love how tiny and thin the packaging is. It's so easy to just throw in your purse. And look how blurred it makes my skin look. I'm powdering all over my face with that. I'm using this with a REPHR brush, which is also doing a Black Friday sale. I'll link all the details down below. But this powder is 25% off on Charlotte Tilbury's website. They're doing a 25% off site-wide sale, which is insane. This is my go-to touch-up powder, so good for every day. I also use this as an under eye powder. It works so good. I want to layer a little bit more blush on because you can never have too much blush. I'm going in with the Haus Labs Color Fuse blush in the shade Pomelo Peach, and I am beyond obsessed with this shade. Look at that color. It is absolutely breathtaking. Again, 20% off on the Haus Labs website. These blushes come in a ton of different colors. This formula is just so good if you like a matte powder blush. Blends like butter, has beautiful pigment. One of my favorite powder blushes at the moment. Moving on to eyes, I'm using my favorite eyeshadow palette to ever exist. This is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes Neutral Palette. 25% off this iconic palette. Now is the time. If you haven't already picked this up and added it to your collection, it is just so good. If you like more cooler, neutral, matte eyeshadows, I really just feel like this is a standout palette. You have a light shade all the way to a black shade. This light shade actually shows up, brightens, and this black shade is super, super dark. You can use it as eyeliner, and then you have everything in between. Obviously, mine is very well loved. I'm picking up these two shades together using my REPHR 01 brush, and this is my favorite brush ever. You can blend, airbrush your shadows out, but you can also kind of get pretty detailed with this as well because of the shape. I'll link it down below. I'm just using windshield wiper motions and building up that color in my crease. I want my eyes to look defined and contoured, and I find that this shade is perfect for that, and this brush just makes it super easy. It basically blends everything for me. It does the work for me. I'm just going to use that exact same brush to add a little bit more depth. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm just going to use that to lightly build up my outer V a little bit. These shadows just melt into each other, and this brush makes it really easy to be precise, but also to blend everything out seamlessly at the same time, which is really hard to find in one brush, but somehow they've done it. If I could have one brush to do my eyeshadow with for the rest of my life, I think I'd pick this one. Okay, so this next product makes me really excited. This is the Glitter Puck by Half Magic. This one is in the shade Glimmer Pop. Half Magic's website is 25% off right now for Black Friday, and these, I can't even explain to you how amazing these are. So truly unique, this formula. I'm just using my finger to pat this on my lid. You literally need the tiniest amount, and look at the color payoff you get. This glitter is the prettiest glitter I've ever used in my opinion. It gives you that beautiful scattered look. It's not chunky or too metallic, but it catches the light in such a divine way. I just think these are absolutely ethereal. The crazy part about these two is they feel so weightless on the lid. It doesn't even feel like I'm wearing a super high impact glitter. I hope the camera does this justice. This is truly one of my favorite kind of one and done glitter topper shadows out there right now. For liners, I have a couple I want to talk about today. The first one is the Makeup by Mario Master Pigment Pro Pencil in the shade Perfect Brown. This is a gorgeous brown eyeliner. It's a little bit more firm than the next one I'm going to talk about, but it's very nice and long lasting. Once you apply this and it sets down, it's on there for good. I use this in my brown smoky eye tutorial. I will put that on the screen right now if you want to see. But the pencil I'm going to be using today is the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Liner in the shade Brown. And I like this one because it's so buttery and blendable, very forgiving and easy to use. I'm just applying this on my outer corners, making a little baby wing, and then blending that out with an angled brush. This color is gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful brown. Not too light, not too dark, and you can really get a nice smoky effect with this liner, which I love. The Makeup by Mario one is a little bit more of a precision pencil. Now for mascara, this has been one of my favorites for a long time. This is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara, and again, they have 28% off site-wide right now. This is a great mascara if you like long, fluttery lashes and you really like your lashes to have a curl. This curved wand does a really good job of giving the lashes a beautiful curl. This isn't the most volumizing mascara, but I personally like that because I don't really like a ton of thickness or clumps. This one gives a natural effect, but a very enhanced, perfected effect. And it's a clean formula, so I find it nice for my eyes. I wear contact lenses every day, so I don't want anything that's going to irritate my eyes. I want to add one more little detail to finish the eyes off. This is a Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow duo in the shade In Your Dreams. Patrick Ta is doing 20% off site-wide. I really like Patrick's eyeshadows. I actually tested all the new shades of these duos in a recent video, so I'll put that on the screen if you want to check it out. I really actually like Patrick's Glowy Foundation too, so I'm going to link that one down below. I'll link the shade I wear too. But I'm just picking up this light shadow here. I'm using it as an inner corner highlight. This shadow makes such a pretty inner corner highlight. I feel like it draws so much attention to the eyes when I pop this on the inner corner. Moving on to lips, this is like the perfect lip contour shade. It makes your lips so big and juicy. This is a Lip Cheat by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Iconic Nude. I love to overline my lips with this. It looks so natural. And again, 25% off site-wide for Charlotte Tilbury. I love her lip liners. I love the shade Love Trap as well. I think that's such a pretty color. These are definitely a more firmer formula, but they last all day long. I've been talking about this lipstick for a while on my channel. I just think this is the perfect nude lip shade. This is the Laura Mercier Caviar Hydro Cream lipstick in the shade Fifth Ave. And Laura Mercier is doing 25% off site-wide right now. I'm just tapping the shade onto the lips. Look at that color. It's not too pale, it's not too dark, it's super easy to apply. It's matte, but it's not drying. I just love this formula and this shade specifically. And because I'm obsessed with nude lipstick, I'm going in with MAC Flesh Pot lipstick right in the center of my lips. MAC is doing 30% off almost everything. I don't know if their lipsticks are on sale, but if they are, I will link it down below. To top off the lips, I'm going in with my own makeup brand. This is Cheris Cosmetics, and this is my water gloss. This gloss is so glossy, it glides onto the lips. The silicone applicator just applies it like a thin sheet of glass, and this formula really fills in the lines in your lips. It feels like a cool glass of water for your lips. got a bit of a milky finish, so it looks good on top of any lip combo, but especially a nude lip combo in my opinion. And something I want to mention in regard to my brand, I have a huge heart for babies and moms and just helping them out, especially ones in vulnerable positions. I know there are a lot of women who feel really scared when they find out they're pregnant, and they have a ton of different reasons to why they might not be able to start their family, but I really wanted to start a brand that would help women start their family and just accept and embrace the gift of life. So a portion of profits from Cher's Cosmetics go towards supporting women and babies in need, whether it's finances, education, shelter, community, whatever they need. This is what I built my brand to help support. So that's what you're supporting when you support Cher's Cosmetics. We are offering 30% off for Black Friday right now, so make sure to get your water gloss while you can. To finish off the look, I do want to add just a little bit of glow. This is the Victoria Beckham Reflect Highlighter Stick in the shade Pearl. This is one of the prettiest highlighters ever. I mean, packaging, but also the formula. This highlighter is 20% off right now. I'm going to show you how I use it. I just like to pick it up on my finger like this, warm up the product, and then I just tap it on the high points of my cheeks. I really love this highlighter because it doesn't mess up the makeup underneath it. It's not super glittery and heavy. It's just like a glowy, glossy pearl reflect. I mean, look at how that catches the light. It makes the skin look so juicy, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing highlighter, you know? It doesn't leave a cast on the skin. It just makes the skin look juicy and plump and glowing, and obviously accentuates the cheekbones beautifully. Let me know what you're picking up for Black Friday, even if it's not makeup related. Let me know in the comment section down below if there are any insane deals happening. Please let me know because I always get FOMO. Sometimes I feel like I miss out on these crazy deals, so I wanted to make a video for you guys so that you don't miss out on these crazy deals. Just reminding you, it's Black Friday, act now. Don't forget, get your gifts, get your shopping done early, and you might as well treat yourself too. Why not? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to find you some deals that you might not have known about. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out so much. If you haven't seen my recent video, the ultimate makeup tutorial for brown eyes, I mean, any eye color can wear it, but it looks so good on brown eyes. Check that out right now. It's on the screen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.